In the opening scene, we are introduced to Sebastian Schlenkwohnert, a mild-mannered bank teller in Potsdam, Germany. He feels trapped in his boring and ordinary life routine but holds a strong interest in safecracking. He is currently recording a video for his newly established YouTube channel. During the video, he shares a captivating tale about a renowned locksmith named Hans Wagner, who crafted a set of 4 safes inspired by, and named after, the 4 operas in the Ring cycle, the Rheingold, the Valkyrie, the Siegfried, and Götterdämmerung. It appears that Wagner designed these safes in such a way that they would destroy their contents if anyone tried to force them open. Upon completing the last safe, Götterdämmerung, Wagner sealed himself inside of it forever. Despite his colleagues' best attempts to free him, they were unsuccessful, and Wagner died inside the Götterdämmerung. Sebastian chuckles, remarking, "That's so fun to say." Eventually, the safe, still unopened, was discarded into the ocean, serving as Wagner's final resting place. In the present day, rumors persist about the whereabouts of the first 3 safes, but none are certain. It remains one of the biggest mysteries in the world, or, perhaps, Sebastian is just making it all up for the views. With this conclusion, Sebastian uploads the video onto his YouTube channel, but his content fails to gain attention. Despite being a mastermind in lock-picking, he is yet to crack the YouTube algorithm. Upset, he shuts his laptop and prepares for another mundane day at work. Later on, while dealing with a frustrated customer at the bank, Sebastian stumbles upon news of a sudden zombie outbreak in America. At the same time, he notices zombie-like behavior in the person he is assisting, so he quickly fulfills her request and sends her away. During his lunch break, Sebastian receives his first view and comment on his recent YouTube video from an anonymous user. The stranger invites him to showcase his skills at a specific location, providing an address and a password for entry. Intrigued, Sebastian decides to visit the designated place at the appointed time. Upon arriving, he encounters a security guard who grants him access after confirming the password. Inside the dark warehouse, he finds himself among a safecracking competition, where he is introduced as the 7th contestant. Although initially puzzled, Sebastian excels in every round and ultimately emerges as the winner. As the crowd cheers for him, he notices a beautiful woman named Gwendolyn smiling at him. It's revealed that Gwendolyn is a notorious thief who began her life of crime at the tender age of 6, able to steal jewelry and other precious items in the blink of an eye. Currently, she is a wanted criminal. The following day, Sebastian goes about his usual routine when he unexpectedly encounters Gwendolyn. Over a cup of coffee, Gwendolyn reveals that she was the one who commented on his YouTube video. Wasting no time, she gets straight to the point and unveils her plan to rob the 3 Wagner safes. Gwendolyn wants Sebastian to join her team as the safecracker due to his unparalleled knowledge of Wagner's work. She explains that they have a limited window of 96 hours before the safes are decommissioned. Hearing all this, Sebastian is stunned, but Gwendolyn assures him that this is the perfect opportunity to escape his boring life. She then leaves the cafe, but not before handing him her business card. That night, Sebastian contemplates the matter for hours. On one hand, he thinks the plan is too dangerous, on the other, he craves the thrill of doing something illegal. In the end, he chooses the latter and heads to the provided address. Upon arrival, Gwendolyn introduces him to the rest of the crew, Karina Dominguez, a skilled hacker, Rolf, the getaway driver, and Brad Cage, the gunman. The team immediately gets to work, and Karina reveals that the 3 safes are owned by a billionaire named Bly Tanaka and are located in different parts of the world. With no time to waste, they embark on their first heist in Paris, targeting the Rheingold safe. The scene shifts to the robbery. As planned, Sebastian enters the bank first and discreetly hides in the restroom. Gwendolyn follows, requesting access to a locker under a false name. Meanwhile, Karina creates a diversion, drawing the staff's attention away from Gwendolyn. Seizing the moment, Gwendolyn retrieves Sebastian, and together, they make their way to the Rheingold safe. Upon seeing the legendary safe, Sebastian is left in awe and talks to it for a moment. Once ready, he begins working on the lock and opens it within a relatively short time. After celebrating, they gather the money. While Sebastian worries about carrying such a large sum, Gwendolyn reminds him that their true objective is to crack the supposedly impregnable Wagner safes, not merely to amass wealth. Enjoying the heist? Don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell for more exciting adventures. Your support means a lot. Now, let's dive back into the action. Brad creates a final distraction, allowing Sebastian to exit with the money. The successful operation instills newfound confidence in Sebastian, and for the first time in his life, he feels valued. In the next scene, France's Interpol officers meet to discuss the Rheingold heist. An agent named Delacroix, who has been pursuing Brad and Gwendolyn for years, realizes that the crew now has a new safecracker. He sees this as an opportunity, believing they will target the remaining safes. Meanwhile, the crew celebrates their successful first heist at their hideout. Karina approaches Sebastian and invites him to make out with her, but he declines, saying he's only interested in Gwendolyn. Hearing this, Karina becomes slightly jealous and reveals that Gwendolyn is dating Brad, though they're going through a rough patch. Later that night, Sebastian and Gwendolyn open up to each other about their pasts. Sebastian shares how his fascination with safecracking set him apart from other kids, while Gwendolyn recounts her struggles with her wealthy family, leading her to live independently. Unfortunately, Brad sees them together and becomes furious. The next day, the crew arrives in Prague for their second heist, targeting the Valkyrie. Unbeknownst to them, Delacroix and his team have already implemented heightened security measures. After rehearsing their plan, Sebastian infiltrates the bank disguised as an employee, with Karina clearing his path by hacking into the system. Security guards grow suspicious, but Gwendolyn skillfully takes them down with her combat skills. The two proceed toward the safe, but Delacroix senses something is off and heads to the bank. Shockingly, he discovers that the Valkyrie safe has been transferred to another bank. His team rushes to catch the thieves, but the security system is triggered, sealing the bank. Brad steps in as a masked robber, incapacitating guards to buy time for Sebastian and Gwendolyn. Despite a few tense moments, Sebastian successfully cracks the Valkyrie. They celebrate, and Sebastian almost kisses Gwendolyn, but Karina interrupts, urging them to finish. Brad gets shot in the shoulder while escaping but makes it out. However, as they flee, Brad, driven by jealousy, pushes Sebastian out of the van, leaving him to be chased by the police. Sebastian manages to escape on a bicycle and a train but feels deeply betrayed. Inside the van, Brad and Gwendolyn argue. Brad insists they no longer need to continue, as they've already secured billions. However, Gwendolyn, who has developed feelings for Sebastian, leaves the van, taking Karina with her. They decide to find Sebastian and continue the heist. Sebastian, meanwhile, returns home to find Gwendolyn and Karina waiting for him. They apologize for betraying him. Gwendolyn proposes they team up for the Siegfried heist, promising never to leave his side. Hesitant at first, Sebastian agrees, and they set off for St. Moritz, Switzerland. This time, Delacroix takes a more cautious approach, waiting for the alarms to sound before making his move. However, Gwendolyn and Karina outsmart him by leaking false information, allowing the crew to steal the safe without being detected. Brad and Rolf try to steal the money from them but are ultimately foiled by Gwendolyn, who had tampered with Brad's gun. She handcuffs them to the truck, and she and Sebastian escape on a boat. Before parting ways, Sebastian confesses his love for Gwendolyn, and they share a kiss. Delacroix arrives, but Gwendolyn negotiates with him, promising to turn herself in if he lets Sebastian go. Reluctantly, Delacroix agrees. Gwendolyn assures Sebastian that they will reunite to pursue Götterdämmerung once she is released. In the final scene, sometime later, Sebastian is now the owner of a locksmith shop named after Gwendolyn. One day, two customers present him with blueprints of Götterdämmerung, inviting him to join their team for the final heist. Sebastian smiles, signaling his readiness to participate. Subscribe for more videos like this. Turn on notifications and leave a like to help the channel. Thank you for watching.